to speak about leadership, but I will restrict myself. And there is really a dearth of leadership in the organization, and it's really an apt topic which has been chosen, you know. So we will just see, you know, how it goes. You know, I will talk a little bit of theory, little bit of practical, which will give you some understanding about what I want to say. So maybe just to start with, थोड़ा सा warm up करने के लिए, you know, I will give you an example about an incident which has happened in one of the corporate where I worked. So one day I come to the office and I check my mails. So सबसे पहले जो है corporate के लोग जो है ना, सबसे पहले morning में सबसे पहले इधर meeting करेंगे या mails check करेंगे, just to understand, you know, what all things are pending and what are the things we have to do in the day. So when I checked my mail, I saw an email coming from one of the HOD stating that please do the mapping change of so and so officials to some other person. Did you understand what I said? Yes. Mapping change का मतलब है reporting change, मैं कह रहा हूँ. मतलब some reportees have to be changed from one leader to another leader. Got it? Okay? So it came to HR because HR actually manages this reporting structure, you know, in the online fashion, so that all the approvals and other things are maintained in a seamless way. And this HOD has written to HR without having a discussion. मतलब कोई discussion वगैरह कुछ नहीं, सीधा mail लिख लिया. And in that mail, the people whose reporting has to be changed, they are also kept in the mail. जिस बंदे को कर रहा था रिपोर्ट उसको भी रखा है, जो नया वाला बंदा है उसको भी रखा है. When I went in depth, मैं थोड़ा सा dive down करता हूँ ज़्यादा. So I spoke to the HOD. I asked that, did you have an interaction with those persons who are involved? Then I came to understand, हाँ मैंने कर लिया है, तो मैंने आपने बहुत details में बता दिया ना, that you know you have actually, you know, you want to change the mapping of this so and so people. नहीं, हाँ मैंने कर लिया. When I spoke to the leader, जिनके नीचे से ये सारा टीम मेंबर्स हटा के किसी और को दिया जा रहा है, मैंने उनसे जब बात किया, I came to understand that the HOD has not spoken even. The HOD has not spoken. So मैंने बोला कभी भी बातचीत नहीं हुआ. बोले नहीं सर, एक मीटिंग में ना ये बातचीत हुआ था कि अभी से जो है कोई किसी के साये में काम नहीं करेगा. So one statement he passed without even giving a clear picture why it is done and what is that statement, you know, what is the meaning of that statement. So I again came back. मैंने सोचा फिर से HOD को मैं बातचीत करता हूँ. And over here, have you spoken? And is this for the benefit of the organization or it is a punishment for the person? तो उसने बोला, पहले तो बोला कि नहीं, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का बेनिफिट है. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए मैंने ये काम किया क्योंकि जो लोग उसके नीचे काम करते हैं उनको वो ग्रो ही नहीं करवाना चाहते, एंड दैट लीडर इज नॉट गिविंग द एक्सपोजर टू दोस पीपल. दैट लीडर ओनली वांट्स द पीपल टू वर्क एज असिस्टेंट, मतलब पेपर कलेक्ट करना, उसको फाइलिंग करना, सेक्रेटरियल रोल के तरह. अच्छा, देन आई अगेन वेंट बैक टू दैट पर्सन. मैं कि आप क्या इस तरीके से काम करते हो? उसने बोला कभी नहीं सर. इफ दैट हैज बीन द केस, मेरे को तो मैंने रिजाइन दे दिया था, आपने मुझे रिटेन भी किया है कुछ महीने पहले. आपने रिटेन किया है मुझे कुछ महीने पहले. यू शुड नो दैट हाउ आई एम परफॉर्मिंग. Now how the mapping has changed, I am also quite surprised. So through this example, what I am trying to make you understand is that आज के डेट में जो लीडरशिप है ना, as rightly said by Dada, that it is not like everything, what is there in theory, it can be practiced. There's something called situational leadership also. Situations will keep on popping, situations will keep on changing, and you need to adapt to that situation. You need to have logic and then act. Clear? I'm very eager to show you a video. मैं इसलिए फटाफट मैं slide change करता हूँ. So just to start off, so why is it required? Why is it required? Leadership वगैरह क्यों चाहिए होता है? Leaders in an organization, why it is required? First of all, we all understand that we are in an organization not for charity, right? हम लोग उस organization में कुछ productive काम करने के लिए आए हैं, so that जो businessman है या जो भी board है, जिन लोगों ने भी पैसा लगाया है, सब return on investment comes, right? Nothing is for charity. It's mainly for productive work. But at times what happens is that कभी-कभार we fall in that trap. We try to do the things in the same way again and again. We do not, inculcate any changes या कुछ हम लोग innovative करने की कोशिश नहीं करते. So at times we fall. And the kind of style, leadership style, same एक आदमी के साथ एक leadership style काम कर सकता है, but it might not work with the other person. So it can change from people to people also. It can change from role to role also. So in the coming slides we will understand how it changes and how we should change. What style to choose? कौन सा leadership style मैं कब choose करूँगा? ये भी important है. एक new employee के साथ मैं हो सकता है कि मैं बहुत powerful अपना बन के अपना positional authority समझा के मैं उससे काम करवा लूँगा. But can that work with an employee who is 10 years vintage in the system? नहीं. Can it work with a person who has got multiple promotions in the system? No. There I might have to adopt some different style. So every time leadership is an evolving stage. You need to evolve yourself. How much guidance and motivation the employee needs, ये भी बहुत important है. If we do not know कि किसको कितना motivation चाहिए कि नहीं चाहिए, guidance चाहिए कि नहीं चाहिए, और मैं फालतू का ज्ञान दिया जा रहा हूँ मैं, that people might get irritated. So you need to understand कि आपको किस time क्या style आपको apply करना है. And the third most important जिसको मैं रखता हूँ, वो है situational leadership. The kind of exposure we are getting now. जैसे हम लोग अभी कॉलेज में आते हैं, यूनिवर्सिटीज में आते हैं, लेक्चर देते हैं, फोरम्स में जाते हैं, क्या ये 25 साल पहले 30 साल पहले था? तब शायद जरूरत भी नहीं थी. बट आज के डेट में क्या है? वी आर ऑल्सो चेंजिंग. सो लीडरशिप नॉट ओनली हैज टू बी इनसाइड द कंपनी, इट हैज टू बी एक्सपोज्ड ऑल्सो, सो दैट यू पीपल ऑल्सो अंडरस्टैंड हाउ आई एम और हाउ माई कंपनी इज. सो बेस्ड ऑन सिचुएशन यू हैव टू अडॉप्ट. If you do not adopt, what will happen? You will be far behind. I do understand, as Baba had said, that it might be 5% of the population who listens और वही बनते हैं CEOs या top level position में. But मेरा कहने का मतलब है सबको try करना चाहिए. If without trying, if you say that I can't become a CEO, then it's a foolish activity. So I would request everybody to at least try to get to that position. So I would request you to watch this video. This is a little bit of a long video, but I think you will enjoy it. And then we'll have some. So this is one way. So you can't say that this is always right and the way he has handled it is right. It is one way of handling it. But you have seen how she has also behaved. There is also a quality in that. उसका भी काफी खासियत है. So she did whatever, despite, the way, the leader spoke to her, she maintained her calmness and she focused on the productivity. So she kept on delivering. Okay? So quickly we move on to the evolution of leadership. So there are many ways actually. The first thing, first one which I have already spoken. So if you are in a very senior position, So you have that positional authority, and you keep on, saying to people without even listening to people. So it is kind of a one-sided communication. जो चलता है, आज के डेट पे भी चलता है. But it can work on places where you have got a lot of junior management people who has to only deliver. There is nothing strategic involved in it. It is only transactional. तब ये काम करता है. Next way is like a mentoring type of leadership, where you take views from people, but the ultimate shots are called by the leader itself. आप views लेते हो, opinions लेते हो, but करते आपने हो. So it is a two-way communication, but you call the shots. And the third one काम करता है बहुत senior level के leadership में. जब आपके पास vice presidents हो, CPOs हो, CFOs हो, आपके लेवल के तरह ही हो, उनको ज्यादा मतलब मेंटरिंग का या वैसे कुछ जरूरत नहीं, उनको डेलीगेट कर दिया, वो काम करके वो दे देंगे. If required, then only there will be a two-way communication, otherwise not. So if you ask me personally, I have actually forgotten the number one step. Positional authority आज के डेट पे मैं honestly speaking मैं भूल गया हूँ. Even it is the junior most management staff, I would rather like to have the second one or the third one. That helped me, network with the people and getting the best out of the people. क्योंकि बहुत ज़्यादा बोलते रहो और सुनो ना, आज के डेट में it doesn't work, especially with the millennials and the years to come. जिस तरीके के लोग आ रहे हैं, the kind of mindset the change keeps changing. It's difficult to manage such kind of people. So, if I take two most important parameters, जो कि मेरे साथ, I don't know, I have seen a lot of people, but two things which had worked in my case in handling my people. एक तो है, I have been very people friendly, you can say employee friendly with people, and secondly, uncompromising in performance. It is a quality of a leader to make the person understand the objective of the leader, the department and the organization. अगर किसी ने ये करेक्ट तरीके से अपने रिपोर्टीज को बता दिया और फिर भी अगर रिपोर्टीज अगर नहीं समझा, जो मैंने अपना एक एग्जांपल दिया था, फर्स्ट वाला एग्जांपल, there if you have seen carefully, the leader kept on insisting that I have told. पर जब उसको क्लैरिफाई करने की कोशिश किया गया है, we found that it was not translated clearly to the reporting. So it's very, very important to communicate well. If you are able to communicate well, you will be able to get the performance also, and you will be able to retain the talent also for a longer period of time. Because एक चीज तो पक्की है, आप अकेले कभी भी जंग नहीं जीत सकते हो. You need to have a team. If a leader feels that I can do anything alone, I can change the team in a second और मैं दूसरा टीम बैठा दूंगा और उससे काम करवा लूंगा, ऐसे नहीं होता है. Every process it takes time to shape up, and the best ways to do is that जो भी talent available है उसी में से आप जो है उसको grow कराओ, उसको जो है potential उनका बढ़ाओ, उनसे productivity निकलवाओ. That is the best way, rather than searching people from outside. So three ways you can be autocratic and demanding, राजा के तरह, जो मैं कहूँगा वही होगा. Lazy and leave people alone, ऐसे भी लीडर है, आराम से चलो जो मर्जी करने दो. And the third one is democratic and participating, which is a very good way of doing it. Some pointers जो कि मैं आप लोगों के सामने रखना चाहता हूँ. Leader must adapt. ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ लोग ही चेंज करेंगे, लीडर को भी जो है चेंज करना आना चाहिए. और लीडर के लीडर को, जो लीडर का लीडर है, उसको भी समझ में आना चाहिए कि फॉर एवरी सिचुएशन इट कैन नॉट बी सच दैट द लीडर माइट फिट. तो उसको भी अकल होना चाहिए कि किस चीज को किससे करवाए. इफ दैट इज नॉट देयर, सो इट माइट बी अ प्रॉब्लम. Moreover, when a leader is actually doing all these activities, he should actually translate You should actually communicate well with the people कि इसमें क्या reward मिल सकता है और क्या punishment होंगे. And the last one is very very important कि आप डरा के आप ज्यादा काम ज्यादा लेवल तक आप करवा नहीं सकते. Most of the people whom I have worked with, believe me or not, आज के डेट में भी अभी मेरे जितने भी टीम मेंबर्स थे वो काफी अच्छे कंपनीज में बैठे हुए हैं. When they get promoted or when they are happy, they call me and tell me कि सर आपको पता है आपने ये चीज मुझे सिखाया था और मैंने इम्प्लीमेंट किया और उस चीज के लिए मुझे ये मिला. मुझे even I have also forgotten what I taught them, but they make me remind those days कि ये चीज सिखाया था इसीलिए हुआ है. So you just see maybe those things were taught with a lot of love and affection, and that's the reason that person still remembers me. मेरे पुराने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में मेरे जो बॉस थे वो कर्नल थे, डिफेंस से थे. उन्होंने मुझे एक चीज बोला था कि शुभांकर तुम्हारे बर्थडे में कितने लोग हैं तुम्हें जो है ग्रीटिंग्स कार्ड देते हैं, नॉट ई कार्ड, ग्रीटिंग्स कार्ड भेजते हैं. मैंने सर कोई नहीं भेजता है. एंड ही showed me 3 who have worked with him 10-15 years back. It is gratitude, love and affection that the leader has earned by doing something for the people. So, ये भी लीडरशिप का एक क्वालिटी है. किस तरीके से ग्रैटिट्यूड, रेस्पेक्ट के थ्रू से, लव एंड अफेक्शन के थ्रू से वो काम करवा सके. Thank you so much, and please feel free to connect me in my mobile number or my email ID. I'll be more than happy to respond. Any questions if you have, you can ask me. Any questions? Thank you. Thank you.